Presented by Listen Headlines. Latest financial news from trusted sources. Updating daily noontime New York City.
Global economy.
June 17, 11:26 America, New York. The dangers for the eurozone are all too real. Italy is one focus of concern with its low potential growth, large deficits and enormous public debt.
Wall Street Journal markets.
June 17, 10:55 America, New York. Elon Musk can't be Twitter's techno-king without loyal subjects. For someone who says he loves Twitter, Elon Musk could stand to be a little more lovable.
Wall Street Journal markets.
June 17, 10:45 America, New York. How to stand up to a bear market. Younger investors can treat this year's steep decline in stocks as a buying opportunity. Older investors may not be able to wait around for a recovery.
New York Times Business.
June 17, 10:30 America, New York. Fathers on playing video games with their children. You can learn a lot from video games. Hand-eye coordination and being able to lose. Fathers talk gaming with their children.
The Library of Economics and Liberty.
June 17, 10:30 America, New York. Wonderful consequences of economic growth. In a 9-minute video, Swedish statistician Hans Rosling, who died in 2017, shows just how dramatic the washing machine was to his family. It freed his mother to do other things, and his grandmother found it so fascinating that she just sat and watched it perform its tasks.
Global economy.
June 17, 10:27 America, New York. Fed's Esther George says jumbo rate rise risked adding to policy uncertainty. Lone dissenter at June FOMC meeting to biggest increase since 1994 argues abrupt policy changes can unsettle households and businesses.
New York Times Business.
June 17, 10:20 America, New York. Bear markets and recessions happen more often than you think. The U.S. has been in recession 14% of the time since World War II. But being prepared can minimize hardship and even offer investing opportunities.
Global economy.
June 17, 10:19 America, New York. Government unnerved by looming wave of UK industrial action. If we get this wrong, we risk a de facto general strike, minister says, as anger builds over public sector pay.
Armstrong Economics.
June 17, 10:08 America, New York. Private blog. U.S. share market, beware of emotions. Private blog. U.S. share market, beware of emotions. Private blog posts are exclusively available to Socrates subscribers. To sign up for Socrates or to learn more, please visit ask-socrates.com.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business.
June 17, 10 o'clock America, New York. George Weyerhaeuser, child kidnapping victim, survived to lead forestry giant. The executive, who has died at age 95, oversaw fast growth and diversified into diapers, hydroponic lettuce and mortgages.
New York Times Business.
June 17, 9:56 America, New York. Vince McMahon steps down from WWE amid misconduct investigation. Mr. McMahon, the pro wrestling company's chairman and chief executive, agreed to pay a secret settlement to an employee with whom he was said to have had an affair, the Wall Street Journal reported this week. Vince McMahon in 2009.
Daily FX Market News.
June 17, 9:30 America, New York. DAX, FTSE and Dow struggle to recover after a brutal week of losses. Equity indices post moderate gains after a bruising week influenced by aggressive rate hikes.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. June 17, 9:24 America, New York. WWE's McMahon temporarily steps down amid probe. The company said Stephanie McMahon would serve as interim chief executive pending an investigation into alleged misconduct by her father and longtime head of the company, Vince McMahon.
Daily FX Market News.
June 17, 9:05 America, New York. Japanese yen price action setups. USD, JPY, EUR, JPY, GBP, JPY, AUD, JPY. The yen saw another run of weakness after the BOJ continued to say that they will closely watch FX developments, with little change in messaging.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business.
June 17, 9:03 America, New York. SpaceX fires employees involved in letter critical of Musk, company. Several SpaceX employees involved in a letter critical of chief executive Elon Musk and the way the company applies internal rules were fired, according to an email to staff from SpaceX's president.
Wall Street Journal Markets.
June 17, 8:45 America, New York. Crypto hedge fund Three Arrows Capital considers asset sales, bailout. Firm's founders say they still believe in the future of cryptocurrencies.
BBC News Business.
June 17, 8:32 America, New York. Italy's Eni says Russian gas supply cut by half. Energy firm Eni says it will only receive half the gas requested from Russia after 2 days of shortfalls.
BBC News Business.
June 17, 8:32 America, New York. Italy's Eni says Russian gas supply cut by half. Energy firm Eni says it will only receive half the gas requested from Russia after 2 days of shortfalls.
Daily FX Market News.
June 17, 8:30 America, New York. Contractionary monetary policy. What is it and how does it work? Contractionary monetary policy is utilized by central banks to rein in an overheating economy and surging inflation. Find out what tools are used and how they work.
Marginal revolution.
June 17, 7:25 America, New York, against historic preservation 2. In Manhattan, once famed for its ever-evolving skyline, an astonishing 27% of the borough's lots now fall under the purview of the Landmarks Commission. BBC News Business.
June 17, 6:06 America, New York. WTO agrees deals on COVID vaccines and overfishing. The World Trade Organization announces a raft of agreements after 5 days of negotiations.
BBC News Business.
June 17, 6:06 America, New York. WTO agrees deals on COVID vaccines and overfishing. The World Trade Organization announces a raft of agreements after 5 days of negotiations.